All right. And hello. We are, or I guess I am, I am back from for the first live stream of the year. Have a nice intro from Spitfire, and thus he shall return unto us and bestow upon us the gifts of Polyadvert, and ye shall bless his name, for he is the Grease Monkey. Yes. Oh man, it's been what feels like forever. Got a slightly a new look here. Feeling good, feeling refreshed. We're into winter over here, up in the East Coast. Um, fangirl scream. Thank you, thank you. I wish I had like some fake flowers. Like, you really love me. It's good to be back. Slightly new. We're into the winter. We're feeling good. I was thinking about what I was gonna do on today's stream, and honestly, I didn't really know what I was gonna do. So I'm gonna just try and make a scene. I got inspired by like some anime and movies I watched and stuff to like make a scene simple. Bring it back to my gradients here. Bring back the gradients. Make an animation of like maybe a plane and the camera's following the plane or something. It's gonna be low poly though, since we want to do it on the stream. I've also been thinking about what tutorials to make, but I think that comes from these streams. It's a lot easier to figure out what I'm gonna do after these streams. Figure out what needs to be working. For anybody who is new to these streams, I do these every Saturday, 5:30 Eastern, and I just sit here and I make some stuff. We hang out, um, and yeah. Is that some fun geo nodes fun on the screen? Actually, this is since I don't want to start on like I don't know. I was gonna start on the default cube, but I had this from a long time ago. This was made before geo nodes, so this is like I think it's mostly using modifiers. Yeah, we're using like vertex weight and bevel, and we're using the wave, and it's affecting by the cube. Yeah, it's definitely you would make this now with geonodes. It would be the smart way of doing it. Ooh, got my hot coffee here. But I think I'm gonna dip into some things geonodes. I'm learning geonodes. I'm still doing it. Um, the thing with geonodes is that it takes a lot of forethought. It takes a lot of forethought to I don't know, to make something. Like I need to have a problem to have so then I can solve it with geonodes. Or else I'm just like making the same QBs that everybody's making, the Q's making big and the waves and this all that the simple that's I don't want to say simple. All the obvious, abstract art and stuff like that. And that's how I started like my effects career and stuff like that. So I'm always very hesitant to do this low hanging fruit. It's like so unfortunate because the low hanging fruit is like people love that stuff. People really respond to it, and I'm like, yeah, but I did this for so many years. I want to tell a story now. So yeah, not geonodes, but I will be using geonodes in this stream. So yeah. Okay, so let me just get started. Let me adjust, make sure my music's okay. There we go. Alright, so let's start afresh. I already made a new one here. It's called Livestream, don't save. So, like I said, we're going to be making like a plane, like a camera animation plane that's maybe going over the water. And then maybe like it gets really close to the water and there's like speed lines and then maybe some splashes of water and stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna make. It sounds silly just me explaining it in this little circle here, where I'm just like, and then the plane flies. I have no storyboards. We're just gonna make this quick, but we're gonna like I said, it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be attainable. It's gonna be gradients. I like gradients. I like bright candy colors. So, all right. So let me take a sip of my coffee, and we'll blast through. Yeah, I was looking up last night how to do some toon water shaders, using dynamic paints also for the water splashing stuff or whatever. So, what I'm gonna do first is I'm going to set up the stuff for the water splashing. So like the plane's gonna go over the water and kind of like make that ripple effect or whatever. So let's do that first. Let's erase the default cube there. We will reset this. Let me make sure I have my screencast keys here. There we go. We'll move this on the Y. Beautiful. We'll make a plane. We'll take away this floor. You know what? We'll even take away the lines here. Okay, cool. So we got this plane here. I think it needs to be subdivided. So that's what I'm going to do. So right click, subdivide. And we're going to do this about... Oh, shoot. Hold on. There, right click, subdivide, and then do this about 20 times. I just need to be able to see it. And we're going to do... I think what it's called dynamic paint, right? So we got dynamic paint. It's going to be the canvas. And we're going to add a canvas to it. That's going to be the surface there. And I'm going to stumble my way through this. I haven't done this in a while. I should practice these things. But no, we're going to stumble through this. So it's going to be, I'm going to do paint for right now. It is going to be displace. But I want it to change color and ripple depending on the rippling effect. So, let's set up a beautiful scene here so anybody who's walking by this stream at least has something good to look at. So let's set up our world. We'll go into our shader here, go to the world. We got our background, beautiful. Control T. I have Node Wrangler, but we're going to change this with the Shift S into a color ramp. Did I forget where everything is? Am I doing this wrong? Texture, converter, color ramp. Okay, cool. So we're in the color ramp. Beautiful stuff. I'm gonna make it vertical. So I'm going to do I know there's probably an easier way of doing this, but we're going to do a separate XYZ, and we're going to do this on the Z axis. So we have our plane there, and then I'm going to bring it down. So when you look down, that's where it is. Let's add in some colors. Let's make it nice. I see this scene as being like really bright blue sky type of situation. So let's make the bottom like a light blue, and let's make the top... oops. So copy. Copy and paste. And then just darken it up a bit. So when you look up, maybe we should bring this back up. Hold on. Alright, you really can't tell the difference. Let's make it even darker. Maybe it should just be black, right? So we have a little gradient going on here. It's looking okay. There we go. The sky looks ridiculous. You know what? For right now, let's make it some fun colors. Let's make it blue and blue. Let's do this the traditional vapor wavy pink blue. Let's do B-spline here. And let's bring this down a bit. There we go. I like it. So it goes from the pink sky on above and blue on below. So let's set these up. Bam. Bam. Okay. So now we have something nice to look at when somebody walks by here. Okay, and then I'm gonna add in a color. Oh no, no, sorry, a hue saturation, and I'm gonna boost up the color, the value to 2. Sometimes I do this to make the colors more vibrant, but maybe I shouldn't. Hold on, it just makes it kind of brighter. So let me. Oh, the saturation. We'll put the saturation to 2, so that's like a lot. So we'll do 1.5. There we go. Also, this middle color is kind of like a gray color. I'm gonna add in a middle one here, and I'm also going to add the saturation, just so it doesn't like fade out there in the middle. Okay, there we go. So we got our sky. Let's see what it looks like unmoved. Nah, yeah, let's bring it back down. There we go. So right now it's getting the light directly from above, right? So that's why this plane is pink, because it's getting it from the sky, even though the surrounding is blue. What if we switch this? Let's see, flip colors. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna go back. Okay, so we're good. Still doing good. Okay, so let's go back to our paint now that we have our world slightly set up here. There we go. We have our world slightly set up, looking candy colors. You know, I used to, as a kid, buy cotton candy bubble gum, and I just like how the colors look, but I never liked the taste. So as a kid, I ate things for aesthetic. You know what I mean? It's like, it's for the look. It's brightly colored. You know, I drink Mountain Dew because it looks like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle slime. Maybe I'll turn into a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Well, going off of a tangent here. So let's go to the modifier. We have our dynamic paint here. Not modifiers, the physics tab. Okay, we have our paint. And we have to make a brush collection. So I'm going to move this into its own collection. We'll call it dynamic paint, so I know what the hell's going on here. And we'll call this the plane. And then I'm going to make an object. Let's do a cone. And I'm going to rotate it on the X. Nope, the Y. There we go. So the cone's kind of intersecting there. I'm also going to put shade smooth, and this is just for my aesthetic, right? I'm going to put shade smooth, put normal. There we go. So this is looking pretty sweet. What does it mean? What does the cone mean to you? I think it's a representation of life and death together on a circular cone. So when I eat ice cream, I'm hyped up, man. Like, I got coffee in me. First stream of the year. Missed this. So we got the dynamic paint. We're gonna add in this cone into its own collection called paintbrush. So once again, so we know what the hell's going on. And we're gonna put the paintbrush in the dynamic paint there. And we're doing this because it's asking for a paintbrush collection. So what do we want it to paint it with, right? So we will paint it with the paintbrush. There it is. So if I remember correctly, to see the effect, I have to like play this. So nothing's happening right now. And I think it's because I need a material here. A fellow Mountain Dew fiend. Yes. Yes, that stuff's addictive. I actually consciously don't buy it, so I don't get get hyped up. What's the best ice cream in the USA? I'm from the UK, by the way. What? Well, you tell me what the best ice cream in the UK is. I think, the best ice cream over here obviously is, not obviously. It's all subjective. That's obvious. If you're buying it from a store, Ben and Jerry's is like, I don't know if you guys have Ben and Jerry's. I think you guys would, right? Ben and Jerry's is good just because of the variety of flavors. Frozen yogurt if you're into that type of stuff. Honestly, I like all the ice creams. This is just me describing every ice cream we have. It's like, and the ones that you get from the the truck with the shape of like Sonic or like SpongeBob or something. But yeah, we have Baskin Robbins. You know what I mean? Maybe I have like an unsophisticated palate because uh, I'm having trouble thinking of like bad ice cream. Like, what's a bad ice cream? You know, like what does that taste like? All right, so I forgot that I have to add in the dynamic paint on the cone. So we'll make this a paintbrush. Add brush. It will be, let's do blue for now. So if I'm ever in the UK, buy Feast. You're welcome. You know, I am gonna make a trip out there to the UK. Once it gets better, probably in a couple years. I would love to plan a trip out there. But I will try Feast. Can I just buy it at a store, or is it like a place? You know, like Baskin Robbins or something. All right. So I'm adding in a material. We'll add in this. We'll add in dynamic canvas. Cool. So we're on dynamic canvas. We'll go into the shader. So basically this object just needs a material, if I remember correctly. So let's do that. So we have a material. Ice cream truck normally. Hello, Evelyn. Good to see you. An ice cream truck. Nice. Is there a certain time that ice cream trucks come? I gotta mentally prepare for this. Is it like a 4 p.m. thing, or is it an early morning thing? All right. So we're going. All right. So this is still not working the way I think it should be working. So we're gonna keep stumbling through this. The canvas is going to be vertex, dynamic paint, and the output is going to be, oh, that's what it is. These DP paints. Okay. So then, if I remember correctly, you do an input attribute here, and I guess you could do this paint layer here, right? Paint map. And that'll be the color, right? Yes. Now it's working. And I can paint these vertices. Beautiful. Alright, so that's kind of working as intended. Now what I want to do is I need them to fade. Joss Summer from lunch onwards. You can't miss them. Alright, I'm excited. You're getting me pumped. To go to the UK for some ice cream. What else should I do in the UK as a completely stereotypically ignorant American? What is a thing to do in the UK? What are things to do? Because I have, unfortunately, probably a stereotypical mindset of what the UK is. That I'm not gonna say it here, because I don't want to admit. You have to have a Sunday roast. Sunday roast? What is a Sunday roast? Like by Sunday roast, do you mean like on a Sunday you get the barbecue and the grill and you like get some sausages and like bacon and stuff? or is it something else? Because when I think Sunday roast, I think about having the football game on in the background. Real American, we get our cowboy hats. And then we call up Texas and we like... I'm just kidding. I don't know what accent that is, guys. That's... Alright, so let me put dissolve. So, and then give it a time. And we'll give it like 30 frames. So let's see if it dissolves now. What's interesting is that it doesn't seem to be dissolving. Alright, we're still painting here. Should it be a wet map? Let's see it. Maybe it's the wet map. It is the wet map. There it is dissolving. Let's see if we have it at 10 seconds or 10 frames. That's what I think it is. Can we make it faster? Can it just be one? Let's see. I feel like I'm still doing this wrong. So I have the dissolve time. Is it this? Let's see. Ah, there it is. All right, cool. So I have it affecting it the way I want it to, I think. I wonder what the difference between dissolve here is. Hold on. Let's like hover over it. Dissolve. Enable to make the surface change disappear over time. But I have the wet map. So I guess it's going. I guess we're good. So we'll just continue this way for now. So I know it's really working. Spitfire says it's meat, vegetable, roast potatoes, Yorkshire pudding, and Yorkshire pudding gravy, etc. Real hearty home cooked stuff. Ah, okay. That sounds like a fun time. Yeah, that sounds like a good old Southern dinner. I'll probably like fall asleep after eating that much of heavy food. Like, oh man, I know when I eat mashed potatoes and like a good barbecue, I like nappy time. But that sounds great. A Sunday roast. All right, so I have the wet map going on. It's doing what I need it to be doing. Um so instead of the blue color, let me just do yeah, everyone is fucked after the roast. Yeah, yeah. Then yes, I look forward to that. All right, so let's go to our paintbrush, which is the cone here. And let's make it white. So let's do hue, saturation, but keep the vibrance. Okay. So now we'll play it. Very good. That's going good. Okay, cool. Uh, so now that that's working the way that I think it's supposed to be working, I'm gonna make it go into, instead of the surface, instead of paint, I'm going to do. Let's do displace for now. I'm just curious what this looks like. All right, cool. So it's moving. We'll do a dissolve and make it take some time to dissolve. There it is. That's kind of like the effect I want, but let's make it slower. Let's make it or faster. Let's make it 50. Okay, having too much fun here. Maybe take away that. And there we go. So we have our thing being affected. For right now, I'm gonna make this a blue color. So let's make it blue. Take off this color here. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. Let's make it blue. There it is. So if this plane thing was flying, right? Okay, so that's looking fine. Let's put a mix shader on this. And for right now, let's make these 2 emissions. So let's add 2 emissions on here. Emissions. We'll make one white, one blue. And then we will make the color the ramp here. All right, should it be factor? All right, I'm trying to move this thing around. So I'm gonna center this, and I'm going to make this move back and forth using a function here. So the function I'm gonna do is hashtag frame divided by 100. So that's just gonna make it go forward. But I'm gonna put this in a sine. Put a little sine function there. I think it has to be lowercase actually. There we go. So now we have this moving around, so I can test out what is happening here. Is the color not working right? It's because I'm using, I know what's happening. I'm using displace and it has no wet maps. So, let's go back to paint. Flip these again. There it is. So we have our look here. Let's see if we can make this larger. Let me times it by 2. Maybe 3. There we go. I think this is good, but I also want it to eventually displace. So let's see if the surface paint, let's see if we could do it as a weight. So let's add the weight here. Not working as intended. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so we don't have it before. I had the paint working well, which is what I kind of need for that. But like, so the reason I'm doing weight, right? Because if I do a displace here, displace, I can add in this DP weight here. We can't see what's happening, so let's look at this. So it's working as the weight, but I want to do it the weight, and it should be the opposite way. It should be negative. We'll do -1 for now. So that's good. So that's moving. But it's not working for my color. Let's see if I can put a ramp. Let me put a color here. Let me do a color ramp and see if it's being affected at all. So it's not even, I don't think it's translating at all. Maybe it's factor. Alpha. Bird, good to see ya. How's it going? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. 2022. Alright, so object. Color. Alright, so let's go back. Let's make this yes. Good to see ya. Alright, I got these waves going, which are cool. Let me smooth it out. Alright, so we got waves. I just can't figure out how to also get a little bit of a color change with it. So we have the dynamic paint, we have the waves. You know what we'll do is, sorry, a little thinking time there. What we'll do is we will use Fresnel for now, and then we'll continue with our scene, and we'll figure out this issue later. So we'll do input Fresnel right here. We'll put it in. This should be fine. All right, let's put a color ramp on it, so we can always play around with it. There we go. Very nice. So we'll put that in the back burner now. We have our dynamic paint, all that stuff, looking good. Already figured out. Debonde, can you use texture coordinates? How about using Z for the factor? Separate XYZ. All right, so let me go backwards. So third, I think that's a good idea. So let's do that. Separate XYZ. We'll do Z. And then you said, can you use the texture coordinates? Well, since I'm not using, from my understanding at least, I'm using this waves type. Like if I was using paint, you know, that's when I would just use the wet map, right? So attribute, color the wet map here, and then I color this, and then we flip these. All right. So anyway, we'll leave it here. We figured out this little bit. And we'll move forward. So let's make a quick spaceship type of thing. Cuz we're doing good. We're going to make this scene. I just wanted to start something pretty here. You know, we got our colors going. We will make that invisible. Center it in. We will now figure out. I want to make like a low poly like arrow, right? So I'm going to arrow, and that's going to be for this like placeholder spaceship that I'm going to do. All right, so let's look at it from the front. Shift R, beautiful. We're gonna grab this. You know, I like it. And what I'll do is I'll erase this side here. Actually, all this here. We'll use a mirror modifier just so I can do some modifications to it as I go. Where are my modifiers? Mirror. Okay, there you go. Ugh. So let me see about making it smaller. All right, so what I'm gonna do is let's test out some stuff. I'm gonna use this as a base. And I have a kit bash stuff, and I'm gonna like shove on here, so we can like just have something quick. So let's do. Is it Alt M? Is that the merge? No, that's split. Control M. Man, what was the M? Did that change? It didn't change. It's just me forgetting. Merge vertices. Okay, I'm gonna hit F3, type in merge. So it's under mesh. So mesh, what is the, oh, it's M. It's just M. All right, so M, to last, and we'll do the same thing. M to last. There we go. We got our point here. I like it. Do something like this. We'll go to edge mode. We'll bring it up. You know, this doesn't have to be fancy. I don't need it to be fancy. We're going to apply this modifier. So now it's one piece. Very good. Maybe we will bevel it. Let's see if we could just do a bevel modifier, right? Go in. You know, smooth. I don't know if that looks good or not. Anyway, we're going to give this a material. We'll call it plain. Good stuff. We will make sure that we have auto smooth here. So that bottom's smoothed out. This is going to be simple stuff. We're going to use, I have the asset manager. I finally set that up. Asset browser. I have my materials in here. Let's add in a toon shader. Let's see which one I want to do though. Do I want it to be this one? No, I don't want that one. I want this one. Okay, this one we'll call plain. And then we'll delete this. Anyway, plain. We'll hit save. I did this because I want the lights to be able to affect it, which I think is good. I use this one because I just like using this color ramp here. It makes things a little easier. I want this plain-ish thing to have less colors, so let's take out these colors. Let's just do 2 colors. What's interesting is, I guess, the way that this works here, huh? Like, it kind of comes in and creeps. Is it because of the modifier? Let's see. Yeah, it's definitely being affected by this. So let's put in, instead of constant, we're going to do B-spline. And question why it's not working. Alright, not liking how this is looking. We're gonna start over. We're not gonna use the toon shader. This is what I always do. Let's do this one again. Plain. Let's go to this toon shader. I'm holding shift. Hit save. I'm gonna reopen this. I just want that thing to go away. So clean up, unused blocks. There you go. There we go. Okay. This is kind of what I want, but I do want to I'm going to use the emissions shader instead. So let's use the emissions. Good. I just want direct control and make this a color ramp and change it to some colors I like. Let's choose these background colors, but then we'll change them up afterwards. So we'll hit the little eyedropper there. We'll do that blue, and then we'll do the eyedropper here. We'll do the pink. And then something I want to do is I want it to come from the bottom to the top. So we'll do a separate XYZ, separate RGB. Nope, separate XYZ. And I want it just from the top to the bottom. All right, there's nothing there that we can see. Instead of UV, we're going to do generated. There we go. This is a little better. This is kind of what I'm looking for, and I'm going to make this bright. All right, now I'm going to change the colors. Let's do some darker colors here. Just simple stuff here. I don't need it to look like I don't need it to look cell shaded. Let's bring back the gradients. Okay, we're looking good. I'm gonna activate bloom. I think it's kind of neat. Kind of shines. We'll do ambient occlusion as well. And what I am going to do is take off the bevel. Actually, let's see what the bevel looks like. Oops. Yeah, I don't like it. So we got the bevel here. Also, there's something wrong or weird about my rotation. Give me 1 second. I gotta fix something about my rotation here. Is it navigation, turntable? I'm gonna do object, orbit around object selected. I think that's what makes sense to me. We'll see. There we go. Okay. All right, so I like this this little shader I got going on. I like the tips and such. Let's see what else I want. Let me give it a think here. Let me give it a think. Let me get. All right. Okay, so let me see if I just bevel 2 of these sides. So I'm going to select these sides and Control B. See if we can give that a better shape here. Good stuff. Okay, and then I'm going to rotate this on the X by 90 negative. Okay. I'm just slowly building out kind of like what I want this to look like. I can't. It's hard to tell what it looks like. Let me build it up this way. All right. So there we are. All right. And I want this to be simple. I still want it to read well because I don't want to spend a lot of time. This is a live stream. I definitely don't want to spend too much time here. It's in. Set it in like this. You know, something simple. And for this guy, let's do something like this. Extrude in. We're gonna select this guy. We're gonna just. What is this? Where's my number? Oh, up in the top left. Let's do it negative 0.06. How about just 0.1? I do that because I want for it to be the same on both sides. So let's choose my other side here. So we're gonna move and we'll do 0.1 negative. There we go. Okay. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting to like what I want to be doing here. This is just gonna be a simple stuff here. All right, so I like this. So what if I hit shade smooth? Obviously, do we have that already there? That's good. All right, let's go back into our mode. Obviously, we can't see anything. I like how it glows. Let's add in. This will be plain, and we'll call it base. I'm gonna add in another material. I'm gonna put plain base, make it there. We'll call this windshield or glass. Just do glass so it's reusable. I'm gonna select the 2 faces that I want. We're gonna select glass there. Nothing has changed yet, but it will. So let's go back into our rendered mode. And let's start changing these into a blue color. And then noticing our mistakes, because I can see them already. So there we go. I can see that. What is that? Okay, I see. So I'm gonna go into my Can I just select this? All right, so let me select the faces. I'm gonna delete the faces just to see what's happening here. I see, I see, I see. Okay, it looks like the booster part is like feeding into it here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select these top pieces. All right, so I'm gonna select these top pieces and these pieces here. And I'm gonna lift it. I'm gonna lift it up. There we go. There, that should fix that issue, and then we can reconnect these by going into point mode here. And I'm gonna select the 4 points that I want to make into a piece, and that'll be these right there. We'll hit F. I'll go to edge mode, and I'll hit F again. Nope, didn't work the way I wanted it, so we'll just have to do it manually. 1, 2, 3, 4. F. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Get those. We'll put this into glass. And now we should be good. Okay. Good stuff. It's reading a little better. Is my ambient occlusion on? I may have to force a different ambient occlusion just to kind of give it some texture here. And I will force it on here. Okay. So let's do that. But this is getting to the part that I like here. Okay. Just for fun, let's see what this looks like with glass. A glass shader. I don't like using the glass shader. It's very computer intensive, and I'm all about optimization here. So glass is okay. You know, there's like a shine on it and stuff, which could be kind of cool. So let's not do that one. Let's do glossy. What if it's just glossy? There you go. Looks kind of cool. Actually, I may have an idea here. Let's take this back to emissions. Let's do a mix shader. And then see what that looks like, but then we'll have to move on. I gotta like really control myself here. I can spend all day. And we'll do a layer weight here. We'll just do it for now. All right. Let's keep going. For the base of the material here, let's mix in some ambient occlusion. So let's go into input, ambient occlusion. And then we're gonna do a color, a mix RGB, and we'll mix the color. Well, first let's look at the ambient occlusion, see what that looks like. Okay, so I can barely see it. Do I have to mix them both here, like the settings here, and then? No. I can barely see it. It's like right, you can kind of see it there. Let me put a color ramp on this. See if I can make these more pronounced. Alright, it does become a little bit pronounced. Should I use AO? Is that what I should be doing? Am I doing this wrong? I could be. In the meantime, guys, how's everybody doing out there? Ferd, how's your year been going? And yeah, how's your year been going? I'm over here jabbing away. Okay, so let's put this there. Put that there. We'll do a multiply. There we go. All right, all right, all right. Okay, so I'm just getting some shadow in there. That's mostly what I'm doing here. Looking good. All right, and then I just want some sort of separation here. So let's see if I can create some. Hopefully it doesn't destroy this. That's always what I'm afraid of, but it's okay. There we go. Like if I just did a face here, and then I inset these, would that help? Let's see. Great, and then maybe if I... okay, so something's wrong here with my turning. Let's just take it off of this, do auto depth, auto perspective, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and we'll go back. Okay. There we go. All right, so I'm going to go to this point here. Because I think I did something wrong here. So let me erase these windshields. Go back to these points. This is I had it on the wrong point there. So let me put it on the right point there. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. 1, 2, 3. All right. 4. There we go. There you go. My point is looking better there. All right, and then I'm gonna do one more material. We're almost done here with this plane, this simple plane. We'll do plane base, and we'll call this plane jets. And we're gonna create some like jets for it, but we'll do that later. I want to get into some animation of the camera and stuff. So we'll do this. We will fix some issues that I have currently found. We'll assign here. Like, what is this sticking out here? All right, so I'm going to erase some of this stuff here. All right, let's do this. Let's do a merge at last. And then merge last. And then I think I fixed it, but we'll see. Moving. All right. Feeling good, guys. Feeling real good. I'm all hopped off. I'm Black coffee. Alright, we're gonna have to mirror this, but I will erase these faces. I will select my lines. Let's look at it from above here. And what if I did a merge? We merge it at the center there. Kind of looks neat. That fixes a lot of my topology stuff. So let's mirror this. So I'm gonna go into edit mode. We'll go to wireframe. We'll go to edit mode. We will select with the B. We'll select everything from there. We'll also select these here. Vertice, okay, and then we'll do a mirror. Right, we'll come back. See everything's looking good, and then we'll apply the mirror. There we go. Okay. Okay. We're getting through. I'm so impatient. Alright, so then for these panels back here, we're gonna make it so we change the colors. And maybe it's we'll do a green exhaust or something, huh? And these guys, they can blast. Boom. And this can go straight into there. So it could be pure green. You know, feeling good. These little points, all right? Okay. And now what I'm going to make is kind of like the, I don't know, the light exhaust out of this little thing here. And then we will move on to making a camera that's gonna like, you'll control it. It's attached to the thing, and then we'll use we'll have some fun there, and then we'll start building out the landscape, and then maybe animate something. Animate the camera and animate the move. I've been wanting to do this for a while, so all simple stuff. So there's our glass. I wonder if I should just go. Can I just make this? Like, what if I click on this, go into my mesh? That's so weird. Okay, and then we'll do 30. Okay, great. So here we go. Got our little thing going on, a little triangle. I like it. Oh yeah, that's right. I got distracted. I'm gonna be making the exhaust here, so we'll call this plane. Plane. We'll call this, plane base. Is that taken? There we go. Plane base. We'll save it. Now we're gonna make the exhaust, like I said. So we'll select these. We will look from the top. We will hit E. We will hit Y. We'll take these out. We'll scale this on the X. Oh, Z? No, Y. Okay, on the Y. There we go. This is kind of what I want. And now go into face mode. We'll select everything around. Uh, mm, yes. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Select everything around. And I think it's Y, right? Does Y separate it? Yes. Y is separated. We'll hit P for selection. And now we got a separate piece here, and we'll call this plane exhaust. The ship is running on pure water, so it's not really like a bad exhaust, right? Like it's a good exhaust. So let's go to edit mode. For this, we'll go to line mode, edge mode. We'll hit F to select that. We'll have it around there. And then we'll do this. We'll hit F. We'll select it there. This is great. We're almost there with this. This is almost all the way built, right? So we'll click on, since it's its own object, we'll erase the other pieces. We'll duplicate this and we'll call this plane exhaust. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Okay. We're gonna flip these, so it looks like that. I want to get the same colors as this, so let's get the same colors. Copy, paste, copy, paste. Okay. All right, we got our green exhaust. Looking fancy wancy. Let me make sure about something here. 1 second. Fix up my camera for a second here. Oopsies. Hopefully I don't ruin this. Oh my god. Sorry guys. Just gotta fix my camera here. Oh no. Okay. Alright. What was I doing? I was doing this exhaust. So here we are. Exhaust looking cool. I want it to fade out, right? So let's do a mix shader. We're also going to make sure we have alpha blend in here. For blend mode, we want no shadow. And that's about it. We'll hit a mix shader. Also, is this... This is looking weird. There you go. Take that show back face off. Woof. And we're going to do a mix shader. Mix shader. And then we'll do a shader of transparent. We'll make that on the bottom. So see, this is kind of see-through. Actually, let's isolate these. And really look at these by themselves. We're going to do a color ramp. Actually, we're going to do this. Alright, almost exactly to a T here. And that's how we're going to determine how it's invisible. We'll make one white, and one black. There you go. Oops, I forgot to make this white. Not red. This is so weird. There it is. Basically invisible now, and then we can bring it in, right? So here it is, fading in. So yeah, we have it faded in. Obviously, we want it to have, I don't know, some texture at the end. Can we see this in a different background here? There we go. We'll see it in this background. See, you can see how it kind of like fades out there, right? That's good. So what we'll do is we will add in a texture, and we'll just play around with some textures. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, but we'll have some fun here. So let's try distance. Oops, nope. Let's see this. This is definitely not what I wanted, but kind of looks cool. What I want is for this texture to be... Oh man, I gotta think. Where am I putting this? So it goes in. Here's the color. It goes before the color ramp here. Alright, let's do distance. Alright, this adds an interesting effect here. Let me organize some of this stuff here. Boom. Transparent. Obviously in emissions. Do we need ambient occlusion in this? We do not. So this can go away. And this can go directly connected. Alright, cool. What we can do is we'll do the color. We could still do a mix RGB. So let's do that. Color, mix RGB. Put in distance. That's not exactly what I want there. You know, we'll do F distance to edge. It's kind of an interesting look. Looks like cells, obviously. We'll do 4D. See this? You can see how this can animate, right? All right, so we'll do a multiply. And we'll put a color ramp in here so we can control some of this stuff here. There it is. I just want to be able to affect it. This doesn't look, trust me, this looks dumb right now, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Let's try add just to make sure. Yeah, this is why I mess around with this. Cool. We will copy one of these. See what our vector looks like. See if we animate this. Looks kind of okay. Let's not separate. Oh, let's look at other separations. That looks alright. That looks alright. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch this out. I think it should be the X. Yeah, it should probably be the X. All right. What if I do object here? Let's just play with some of these here. Texture. Guess what's messing me up is like this top half here. So let me Alright, so let me unisolate this. Bring it back. I'm going in for the early night, chaps. I'll have to catch the rerun. Good to have you back, old Grease Monkey and Hottie Ferd. Until next time, Ferd, thank you. Not Ferd, Spitfire. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Another year. It's going to be a great year. We will chat in the ether. Thanks for stopping by. Sleep well. All right, let me do this. Keep this on the 1. All right, let me do input value. Over here, we'll do frame divided by 50. And we will do a converter combine. And we'll put this here. And we will do negative. And we will do 10. Divided by 2. All right, we got an animation going. All right, and then we will also grab this and hit smooth. There we go, and we'll bring this up. Alright, now some stuff I want to break up here is going to be in this section here. So let me organize some of this stuff here. There we go. Pepperoni. Easy, easy, easy stuff here. There we go. Okay, now, so yeah, this will be the last thing I do for this exhaust thing, and then we're just gonna move on. So yeah, so we're gonna do a mix RGB. We're gonna do multiply. We're gonna save, and then we're going to input a texture. Let's do Musgrave. All right, let's isolate this again. All right, we'll still put in the exhaust here. All right. So instead of multiply, let's do There's. All right, not color blurred. How about add? It's good stuff. Let's attach. Let's do a constant here. Let's see if this does anything cool here. All right, let's bring this back up. Let's bring this guy up here. But instead of a Musgrave, let's do a Veroni. We love our Veroni around here. 4 distance. There we go. I'm gonna copy this over here. Put that as the vector. Alright, this is not working the way I thought it was gonna work. I thought it was working good. What happened here? Put the scale in there. But I guess putting the vector in there, so it's throwing it off. If we put the vector in here, we put 0, 0, 0. Oh, that's right. Let's put the texture coordinate to generated. There we go. Now can this work? Okay. Let's do a math node here because we need it to be in the negative. So math, so multiply, -1. There we go. Alright, let's unisolate this, see what this looks like. Very cool. Let's bring up the brightness up here. Cool. And then for that Veroni texture, there you go. Now we got some stuff moving. The only thing that bothers me is like it still looks like it's blocked off here. And that's what I want to change. So let's Dragonsmith. Yes. I'm glad you're watching. All right, so what I want to fix, the last thing, because it's always what bothers me. Is it still stops at that point. Need it to stop. So let's do one last thing. So let's organize this so this all makes sense. Okay. Okay, don't like the block look, so let's do one more of these. Let's copy this. Let me isolate this again. All right. Subtract. All right, 0.5. All right, let's go back. Okay, so I think what I need to do, let's see if this is gonna work. We're gonna bypass this guy. We'll bring him here. And we'll do a vector math. And we'll add these two. I mean, I think this is it. No, I don't think this is it. This is not the way. All right, let's go back. Let's cut this. Oops. Oopsies, oopsies, oopsies. Okay. So let's, is it up here? I think I have to, I know I have to do it somewhere here. Alright, if I can't figure it out, we're just gonna have to move on. So let's bring it back to how it was. A little further back here. Let's do this, and this, and this. Okay. Scale. I like this effect too, so we'll just add this one on top. Let's see. Put that there. Let's organize this. Okay. We're just gonna have to stop doing this. Let's do a combine here. Let's add it. Just because I like it. Oh, should be going in reverse. So it should be this one. Maybe not. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah. We'll keep it here just in case, but we'll take it off. Okay, so let's go. We'll figure out the rest of the thing here later. Oh, now this is not reading right. Of course. Let's see what's wrong here. Oh my god. What is happening? Okay, so it's definitely something happening here. $40, 3D. All right, let's go step by step here. Oh, it should be clamp. That's the issue? Okay. It was clamped. That's fine. All right. So just so we can move on from here, I also am going to, since I can't break it up right now in the stream, we will move this. So I'm going to grab by 1.5. Alright, we'll just leave it. We'll leave it. We're going too far. How do you insert items in the geometry loop room? Purple. You say, how do you insert geometry? Can you rephrase your question? I'm not sure. What you're asking. Or Dragonsmith, can you rephrase the question? How do you insert items in geometry loop room? What's a loop room? What does thou mean by that? We could take a little break. We could figure that out. Let me put the exhaust here. Object. Alright. Also, let me make sure that the origin is at the center of the back here. So, selected. Set origin to person. There you go. But yes, as if you guys can rephrase that question, because I'm not sure what you're asking. How do you insert items in the geometry loop room? What is the geometry loop room? Anywho, while you're rephrasing that question or asking it again, let me know. I'll continue here. So, okay, we got this going on. We got our thing, blah, blah, blah. Our plane is going. I was just providing more support. I don't understand the question either. Basically, you need elements in your geo, right? Basically, you need elements that you're in geo, right? They're in your geo. Do you mean how is he animating the exhaust jets? Yeah, how does still I'm very sorry. I still don't understand. How do you add stuff? Because the way I'm understanding is that how do you add stuff in the geo, which you would like you'll do it in edit mode. So like you go in, you hit edit, and then that's when you add in your stuff. If you need to add stuff in there. But maybe that's not the right question. Sorry to be so bluntly as I am tackling this question timely. Sorry. No problem. No problem. I wish I could figure out what you meant. I would love to help you. And for no, there's no geometry nodes yet. We're just regular geometry. Um, just doing regular old modeling. Alright, so we got the plane going on. We're moving. Now I'm going to set up the camera. So let me go into my camera view. I'm going to bring it at the top here. We'll go into camera view. We're going to do... What is an ultra wide? No problem, Purple. Like I said, if you have any more questions, please let me know. Because I'm more than happy to answer some of these questions. The only looping animation happening right now is the frame driver. Yes. So if we're talking about the looping of the exhaust here, this is all happening by using this, I guess would be called Python code, the global variable. And then that's driving the textual coordinates, the mapping node of the texture. But I don't think that's I don't think that's what they're asking, but it's okay. Just let me know. All right, so let me set up the camera. I'm going to do like something super wide. So let me do that. What is a wide aspect ratio? Let's put this on 60 frames. Look at that smoothness. All right, so go to my camera. Let's see what we have here. Do we have any presets for cameras? We do. Let's put this on. Let's put this on a, I don't know, a 35 millimeter. People love that camera. They love film. One in a sense. Ooh, excuse me. An Ari Alexa full frame. What is a super wide cinematic aspect rate? Pixel ratio, like super wide pixels. Dragon says, "Hi Purple, I'm a beginner too." We got beginners in here. Very good to see you. I love anybody diving into this program. It's an amazing program, and you're doing the right thing. Watching YouTube content, not just mine. So let's do 3840. 3840. Ooh, that's like super wide. Yeah. Where's the pass through? It's under viewport displays, pass through. There we go. Black out everything. We're gonna take off all the stuff so we could see how this looks like. Let's get rid of some of these windows here. There we go. How big is this thing? Okay, so then I'm gonna do a wide angle lens. So 18 for the focal length. And I'm gonna bring the camera back. I'm gonna rotate this guy on the Z negative. And I'm already seeing an issue here. And the issue is, can I make this longer? There we go. Great, great, great. All right. So what I'm gonna do is fix this rotation, rotate on the X, and rotate on the Y, negative. For the camera, I'm actually gonna bring it up. Right, and then I'm gonna rotate it down. I want to see some of the top here. Okay. That's what I'm kind of going for. All right. So what I wanted originally was water. So let's see if we can do some sort of water effect. We'll keep this at the top so we see what's happening. There we go. All right. Let's make. I want it to just be just above the plane there. There we go. Bring it in this way. And we'll bring it in this way. So in the camera, I'm going to bring in my lower thirds. I want to be able to frame this up relatively okay. Let's bring that in here. There we go. So let's bring it in. Oh, it's gone. We'll bring this in. We'll line it up just about that line. And we will scale it up till it covers it all. There you go. Very good. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we will take away that again. And is this a sun or is it a lamp? Or a point light? Let's see. Let's do a sun, which is way too bright, apparently. There it is. We'll just do white for now. Alright, and let's see if we could start making something interesting here. We will make another material. We will call it, let's just call it water for now. And let's bring up the node editor. So we'll go to the node here, shader. We're gonna work with just emissions for right now. Oh, but if I work with emissions, it's not good. It's gonna be super bright. Oh no, I guess we could do it like that. That's fine. We'll make this blue. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring this in exactly where the camera stops seeing it. There we go. I'm gonna do Control T. If you have the Node Wrangler installed, that's what it would be. What I'm using. I'm like losing my train of thought. So into this. Okay. Go to cover, color ramp. Separate XYZ. Convert. Separate. Nope. Convert. Separate XYZ. And we're gonna do it. Yeah, we're gonna do it the Y. And that's just so I can have two tints of color. I want all the control when it comes to this water. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so we got the blue here. Looking good, looking good. Now, I'm gonna make some speed lines in the water. Okay, so to do that, let's do it with, you can do it with like any texture usually, but let's do it with good old trusty Voronoi. We'll get the Voronoi, do Control T, so we add that. Let's see, there's two ways I think about doing this. This may be the wrong way, but let's add in white. Excuse me. There we go. We'll do a color ramp. Make it a constant. We'll change this to distance. Put this to 4. Okay. We will stretch these out, and we'll stretch them on the Y. Boom. We'll add in some lines there. Put clamp. I don't think that really does much. We'll do add. I want them to be bright. Hold on. Cool. We would do a combined. combine XYZ. We would do an input value. We'll do the trusty old frame. Do you say purple? You say pog shader? Like the toys? Alright, so let's put the, is it Y here? Let's see if that works. It's going way too fast. We will divide it by 50. And it should probably be on the X. There it is. Alright, cool. So we got our wave going. And this is all fine and dandy. I would like the shadow, so I'm going to bring it back to a principal shader. So let's get the shader principal. Get that principal shader in here. Put the surface. Let it load for a second. It's not the right color. Twitch meme Pogger is like awesome face. Oh. I guess I just dated myself. You guys remember Pogs? We used to collect them in the back. We used to we used to trade them for Pokemon cards and Jacks. I'm just kidding. We never used Jacks. Alright, so the reason these are pink is because the sky's pink. And I kind of want to keep the sky pink. I like the look. But maybe I'll have to change it. Maybe I'll have to change it. Oh, did my stream go down for a little bit? That is unfortunate. Oh no. Hopefully my stream's okay. Looks like I have good connection. Well, hopefully it didn't separate them into two different streams. That'll be lame. Okay. Remember, Alpha's back. Alpha's back. Bart. But not in Pog 4 Millhouse. Okay, what was I doing? I was figuring out that I want the shadow, but I want to dictate what this color is. So, will I have to change it? Let's see. Let's go to the world. I guess we'll change it. Oh, but where'd my shadow go? There was a problem? Well, hopefully it's okay. Thank you for letting me know. Just looks like my internet's screwing up over here. So apologies for that. Hopefully that's the end of it. Sometimes my internet kind of freaks out. Oh, so what was I saying? Where's my shadow? Why is that not here? Let's go to world. Let's go back and see. Oh, it's just not bright enough. I think it's there. I think it's there. It's super light. Yeah, I'm streaming HD, but it looks like it's dialing down the bitrate a lot. I guess because of your internet. Yeah, I think it's my internet. It says it's like the bitrate is like super slow right now. It's like 456. Let me test out my speed. Let me take a little break here for a second. All right, guys. Just a little break time. I'm going to check my internet, make sure everything's okay here. So in the meantime, thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate you guys. Yeah, my internet looks fine. Maybe my computer's slowing down in general. It's going up higher now. Let me make sure everything's running okay here. Just to see my performance. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Always great to do these streams. Hang out, you know. It's just nice. Okay. All right. All right, let's try to go back to this. Hopefully everything goes good. If anything, I may just wrap this up. All right. Okay. All right, let's figure out this situation here with these water lines. I need them to be white, but I also want the shadow. The white is coming from the lighting of the world. Because if I made it black here, it'll be black. Your graphics effects reminds me a bit of Wide Shot in Love, Death, Robot Season 1 Zima Blue episode. I need to check that out. So many people have told me that I would like it. And I've just been like, I'll get it. It's on the backlog. But you know what? You're the straw. I'm gonna it's on my list for this week to watch because people are always recommending it to me. They're like, it's right up your alley, Wes. All right, so just so we could deal with this, we'll just make this white. There we go. Keep that there. All right. All right, so let's see about doing some stuff here. Oh, this music. You like, I'm in Valhalla. Feel like I should be fighting a god. All right. So what I'm gonna do is, the way I'm gonna animate this is using modifiers on the graph editor. So I'm gonna put in. Oh, Abby, good to see you. Thank you. Miami Vice in space. All right. The wide shot reminds me of Sonic 3 opening Tails airplane. You know what? Yes, Sonic 3 is my favorite Sonic, and that's exactly what it reminds me of too. I probably conjured. This is where it comes from. This inspiration, huh? That's so funny. All right, let's put the sun up, just so it's a little brighter here. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna use the modifiers. I'm gonna use the modifiers on. I'm gonna use the modifiers on the keyframes. So let's do that. So I'm gonna do. We'll do an eye here. So there they are. Here's our keyframes, and we'll choose first. Is it our Y? Yeah. First we'll choose our X. We'll do X. We'll hit the N key. Go to modifiers, and add in noise. Now it looks like it's shaking. But if all we have to do is scale this puppy up, and the strength. Let's add in like 600 frames. All right. There you go. We got it moving. All right, and then we'll move it left, right. We'll go on the Y-axis. We'll do the same. We'll add in a modifier. And then we'll scale it up. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to put a rotation on here too. So I'm going to put, I'm going to hit pause. I'm going to hit I on this. So now we have it on rotation. Is the Y. So let's go to Y. And let's see if we can add in, oh, Y. That's just going crazy. But let's see if we can lower it. Lower the strength. To make the glass. Oh, I love this song. To make the glass actually like super reflective. Let's see. Plain bass. Glass. Oh. Uh. All right, all right, all right. Let's see. Why is it doing this? Oh man, it's at so low. Mm-hmm. ¿Por qué? Ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Well, at least it's not making multiple streams here. All right, let me see if I'll pause this music. I'm checking my network now. Oh man. Think we're back, but it sucks it keeps going out. All right, still making sure it's changing some settings here, hopefully. Okay. All right. Hopefully that fixes it. Fred, I'm also a fan of Death Love Robot says Dragon Smith, we're back. Okay, so let's go back and hopefully this goes. I'm watching it now. All right. So what was I doing before my terrible, terrible internet problems? Okay, so what I wanted to do is add a sun. So let's go to do that. Add a sun real quick. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to add in a circle. Let's zoom in on this. Sorry, circle. And then we'll do a fill with an n-gon. All right. Grab on the Y. Make sure to go into our viewport. Make sure we put 3,123,3000. There you go. We got our circle over here. Let's rotate it on the X. Let's make it really big. I don't know why I can't see it. What the heck? Oh, rotate on the 90 or on the Z. So 180? Oh no, 90. Wait, what the hell am I doing? Rotate on the X 180. 90? What the heck is happening here? Oh, it's because I'm in edit mode. Jeez. So rotate it like that. This. Can I bring back the music? Bringing back the music. Hopefully that doesn't ruin anything. Okay. Why can't I see the circle? Alright, it's because our camera has a clipping thing. So let's put the clipping to 1000. There we go. Alright. Think we're good here. Alright. Looks like my stream is still going good here. Oh my god, I might have to end this soon. My internet's flaking. But anyway, let's see if I can tidy it up here. Okay, so I have it going here. We're flying through this circle. We could all end up making metaverse money. Oh, the get rich quick scheme of the 2020s and 2021. There we go. Let's make this sun. Let's go into the thing here. And let's change it by hue and saturation. And we'll do like a red one. For it's like all this NFT nonsense. Yeah, it's definitely right now, the get rich quick scheme that everybody wants to do. I think NFTs are based on an interesting technology, and just right now everybody's out just to make some goddamn money. They're trying to make that paper. They're trying to make money. And yeah, a lot of people, it's kind of like a Ponzi scheme. I think it has potential, but right now we're not. I don't think we're in a good place for it. Okay, so there we go. Yo, people made a artwork every single day for like, what was it, like years? How many years was people making stuff? It was a long time. Yeah, 13, 14 years. He worked. He put in the time. Artwork every day. What a crazy lad. What a mad lad that man was. Or is. He's not dead. He is. He's out there living it. Bought an island in Cancun. One second. All right. And he's still making art. Yes. He's still doing it. He's making Cinema 4D proud. All right, what was I doing? I was trying to make this glass glossy. Let's see. I was following people since his first appearance on Ash Thorpe Collective podcast. I'm so happy for him. That's awesome. I found out about people no more than like about 2 3 years ago, and I always thought it was pretty crazy. I wish I learned from his work ethic back then. Oh man, I think that work ethic is admirable, but I mean that's just what works for him. Some people don't have the luxury to be able to do something like that, you know. So I won't get yourself down on that. You got to find what works for you. That's the important thing. Also with his work ethic, he uses I've seen some of his process, and this does not take away from the artwork and beautiful things that he makes. But you know, he gets a lot of he has like an asset library that he uses and transforms and changes and stuff. And he definitely has like a style that he's going for. So once you like do that enough times, you can really automate and pump out, you know, some stuff. Not that I'm saying his stuff isn't creative, but you know, there you know, there's a little bit behind the look, the veil, the I don't know how to say it. All right. I've been at this for 5:30, 6:30. All right. So I was gonna add stuff flying through to try and add some more variety to this, like I don't know, birds or something. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna loop the movement so I can possibly use it as something looping. Let's see if I can make it loop. Watch me run into issues immediately. So let's do, we're at 600, right? There we go. And that. We'll do graph editor. We'll restrict the range from 0 to 600. Right? We'll blend in 100 in, and we'll blend out 100 in, right? So we got two blends at 100. We'll do the same for the X and Y, right? So restrict the frames. We'll go to 600, 100, 100. From the Y, nope. The Z, nope. I thought I had some multiple ones here. Oh, I guess here, yeah. Restrict frames. 600, 100, 100. My first love is writing, and writers always say write every day, even if it's crap. Making art should be the same way. Agreed. Yes, 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 yes. You should, yeah, you should, you know, because you know, I think those platitudes can be a little misleading to some stuff, because you know, obviously write every day, but like if I write every day the same paragraph or similar stuff, I'm not growing, you know? You need time to like to have like focus learning, and then play time, and then life. So you just live life. Like you can't write if you don't live some life, if you don't experience some things, if you don't go out and talk to different types of people and travel to different lands, or different different lands, but different areas, and just experience new experiences, right? So when you're experiencing new experiences, sometimes you can't write during that. You're experiencing the experience. You know what I mean? So, um, so yeah, growth comes from variety. You know, so I think writing, being setting down a thing where like you have to do something every single day uh is a blanket platitude that could be detrimental to somebody. You know, I've seen people who, well, since I can't draw every day, or since I can't do art every day, I guess I don't like it, and then they just stop doing art. You know what I mean? When it, first and foremost, it should be fun. So if you write every day because you're going to it, then boom, you're having fun, you're doing it and stuff. But it shouldn't be a thing where it's like if you don't do it every day, it's like there shouldn't be like an immense a large amount of value be put on that. That's what stops you from doing anything. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I gotta do the thing, so like let me not do it. I don't wanna. I guess I don't like it. Some days you wake up and you don't want to eat a certain type of food. Does that mean you don't like that type of food? Anyway, my whole thing with like people, like I said, is that he makes a lot of art, but it all looks, it's all the same album. um, and obviously he's growing in between there and stuff like that, but. Yeah, so you gotta marinate. And we also gotta forget, like, we go to school, right? We do art and we do stuff like, and we're like, this is what I want to be, this is what I want to do, and we take the fun away. Like, becoming an adult is like such a process of like the fun being beat out of you. Like, this is how you're supposed to live your life and do your stuff and da 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 da. That you spend all your time like. That's what Picasso said. Like, you go and you learn how to draw and you do all this stuff, and then you spend the rest of your life trying to forget it. You're trying to like go back to being like a child and having fun. Like a child can draw like with a Crayola crayon and like draw some ugly squiggles and stuff, and they're happy and there's like joy in that, right? It's so unfortunate that everything that we do as adults, it's like to take the fun away. That's why somebody's like, oh, I've never, like, when you see like kids like, oh, look at them so excited for bubbles and stuff. I've never been that happy for anything. I think there's a lot of like indoctrination of adulthood and becoming like what adult, like, oh, that's dumb, and just it takes the joy. Life takes a lot of joy away, and you have to really fight to keep it, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, a hobby and becoming a career can ruin the love for it. Exactly. And and it could take the love away from it, because maybe you don't want to perform that particular hobby at that sort of level, right? So I used to do, and still do technically, VFX, and I love doing VFX and stuff like that, but like a lot of the joy is taken out because I'm essentially a tool for the company, right? No one asks you how fast you can run with those new running shoes when you're an adult. Yeah, man. Nobody asks you. I remember I got a pair of Sonic shoes, like Sonic was on them, and I would run down the hall thinking I was like Sonic, you know what I mean? And I felt like it too, and that's all that mattered. That I felt like I was like Sonic. And at the end of the day, it didn't matter. That was like some pure joy, right? I got some new shoes. They have a little decal on them that I like, Sonic. And yeah, and then you grow up and you're like, I can't wear fun things anymore. If I wear like I have like all these button-up shirts that are like all colorful and nice and stuff. And I'm seen as like not wacky, but like the fun guy or whatever. And people tell me how they can't pull off the shirts. And these are the people that just wear like, normal muted things. Like, nope, I can't do that. I'm like, you can though. Like, if you really like my shirt and you really want to do it, you can. You have to break free from these arbitrary rules that doesn't matter. Like, if you wear a wacky shirt one day or not, it really doesn't have a grand effect on life. It really just has an effect on how you feel, right? But obviously, we're like tribal beings and we want to fit in and mesh in and all that stuff or whatever. But anyway, being an adult, let me rephrase that. As you get older, you got to fight really hard to keep that joy. You got to fight hard. Everybody is trying to take it away from you, whether they do it consciously or subconsciously. They're trying to take away your joy. Yeah, get back to work and revise those VFX endlessly because the director or client can't make up their mind. Yeah, or what's funny? Those are like the worst case, right? But it's not, even if they can make up their mind, at the end of the day, you're still a utility in their belt. You know what I mean? And that's when I come to realize, like, I want to be an artist, like, with a capital A. So I do my work over here, but there's stuff that I want to have full creative control, and I see the stuff that I do for people as, like, I'm a utility for them. Obviously, I'm giving my creative input and what I think should be done and stuff, but at the end of the day, um you know when you want to, like, work for a big company, which, when you work for a big company, you're gonna work for, like, a specialized thing. Like, when you're working in comics, or you're working, like, in movies and stuff, you'll be the visual effects company that does the fur. You'll be the VFX company that does the people. And if you and then in that company, you're broken up into, like, texturing, like lighting, and all this, and all that different stuff. So you really gotta like one thing. You know what I mean? Like, really enjoy that one thing, And you have to. It's not. How do I say this? It's not glorious. Working in a big company isn't, like, a glorious thing. That sounds silly to say. I love this rant. Thank you for it. You, we touched on something that I think about all the time. What the true artist, like, not the true artist, but, like, what you should be focusing, in my opinion, as an artist, is to make stuff for you. I forget who said it, but you make one for yourself and you make one for others. So for my VFX, that's for them. And then this stream, me doing, like, artworks and stuff, that's for me. And you have to have both of them, because the ones that you do for other people usually is not going to be what's for you. You know what I mean? Obviously for, like, financial stuff or whatever. But I think it's much cooler to, and it took me a while to realize this. It's much better, and mentally everything, to work on making your own and doing your own creative projects, instead of, like, aiming to work at, like, I don't know, some big company. Obviously, you go to some big company for the prestige, for the working at the highest level of, like, that artistry. But if you're not looking for, like, working at the highest level of that artistry, um, then all you're doing by going in there is just sucking the joy away. Away. Not that I'm saying that the people who work there don't enjoy their jobs. They do. It just depends on where your values lie. You know what I mean? Some people love that office corporate stuff. I don't know. I can't. Anyway, let me let me finish this up. All right, so I think I got the spaceship looping. Okay, spaceship is looping. Let's see if, okay. And then I need to loop the water now. And for this, I'll just keyframe it. So I'll keyframe this here. Let's go to the last frame. Thank you both for dropping some knowledge. And you should always take what people advise you and all that stuff, and just know there's one more thing I want to drop on you, Dragon. Thank you for stopping by the stream. Get me on this rant. But just know that advice that you get, right, from anybody, me, anybody, is through the filter of that person's life experience, right? You know what I mean? So, like, some people, the best example I can give you is, like, so I'm married, right? And people love to give me advice about marriage. You know what I mean? Like like um so here's the example. So I'm married. People, and when you're married, for some reason, people who are in bad bad marriages, love to give you advice about women, right? And I'm talking as a guy, right? They'll be like, yeah, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, have separate banking accounts, this is how you should, if this happens. somebody, who doesn't give me advice? People who are very happy in their relationship. People who are 100% 30 years strong marriages. Those guys never giving me advice. The ones giving me advice are the people who have a certain perspective on what women are and what relationships are, right? So they'll give you advice, and their advice may not be bad, right? But it's through the filter on how they view the relationship. It's through the filter of their values, right? So the advice that I'm giving you now is on the values that I have, and my values are: you should worry about your mental health, and you should worry about what you really care about. And what I really care about is having time for myself to make my artwork, right? But if you don't really care about making your artwork, and really you just want a lot of money, and that makes you happy, and you want to work in an office and you love working in an office, those are your values. So my advice is shit to you, right? It's bullshit. But if so my advice that I'm even giving now is through the filter of what my values are. So just know that everybody is giving you advice through their filter. So when you get advice, you should really think about who they are, what their values are, and then think about what your values are, and if that advice applies to you. So that's what I mean by, like, take it with a grain of salt, because everybody's out to give you advice. And a lot of the times it's the people who are who are negative, who love giving advice. Anyway, that's the last thing. Very sage words, Wes. Hello, random account. You just dropped in at the end of my rant. Howdy, howdy. Anyway, I gotta finish this. Let me finish this. Hold on. I'm like all over the place. Alright, so let me see. Okay, so let me get in here. Hi, I miss your stream. Nice to see you. Oh, DGC, good to see you. It's Happy New Year. Good to see you. Yeah, we're right at the. I'm right at the end of the stream. I'm trying to wrap it up before I got into like some long ass rant about about life. Like, somebody asked the right question. I don't know where it started, or somebody said the right thing. I just get really passionate because, yeah, like, man, people really love giving advice, man. Sometimes it's not good. Okay, so I gotta make this and finish it. So let's move this to 5. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. 5. What the hell's happening here? Alright, let me erase this. Clear keyframes. We'll do I, N keyframe, and 8. Alright. There's something weird with this, and I think it's because this has to be a constant. Oh, not constant. That's what I've been doing wrong. Linear. There we go. Alright, shift left arrow. I forget what the number is to loop this. think I forget here. Let's see. Let's see if I can even spot it. It should loop on its own here. Is it here? Alright, I'm just I'm seeing, this is such a dumb way of doing this, but I'm seeing if it'll loop perfectly on its own. Going off feelings. Let's see. I'm looking at it. Looking for a specific little thing here. Huh. Okay, let's see if... Looks awesome. Thank you, DGC. Thank you. It's going. I definitely wanted to loop this, but I think I'm gonna give up on it. Oh, that's interesting. Let's see. -26. Alright, what I'm doing is I'm in the shader here, and usually to make this actually loop, I'll be using the rotation, but I don't think, I thought it would loop on, let's see if it will loop, would it loop here, 360? We're going. Okay. Oh man, is it? Let's do object. All right, I think I'm gonna just deal with the water not looping. So let's go back. There we go. So for the Instagrams, I'm gonna make it. I like the wide, I really do. But I'm going to make it a square. So 1080 by 1080. It looks hella funny now. But what we'll do is we'll bring it in. Or maybe we'll zoom in a little more. What is this line here? Okay, so let me get the rules of third here. Let's see if we can fix it in a way where we can make it work. There we go, right there. Good stuff. And I think I'm gonna go to the world and just make sure that we're at a good distance here. There we go. I think I want this to go a little faster. So let's erase this keyframes. Let's go back to this. There we go. Alright, alright, alright. Let me duplicate this camera. And then we're gonna make this the main camera. Camera 1. We'll make this 1920. And then for this camera, we will. Alright, we got this camera. Okay, this is the camera we'll use. Why isn't it moving? Alright, we'll do this. We will zoom out. Alright, so I basically have two cameras just so I can have a square and a wide. I can go to this one and do 1920. Nice. But let me make sure this third is here, and then we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it. We'll save it. Alright, there's a couple of things I want to fix before I call it. See if we can make this color. See if it'll look better in any other color, just to make sure. Yeah, we'll go with red just for fun. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. So let me say my. All right, guys. It's been so great doing this stream again here in the 2022. I forget. I keep wanting to say 2021 because we're stuck in a loop year. I hope everybody who joined in, thank you for joining. Let's see if we can name some of them. We got thank you, random account, DGC, Dragon Smith, Ferd, of course, Spitfire, Abby Marie, Purple was here. Did I say Dragon Smith already? I probably did. D Bonde. Thank you all, everybody here for joining me. I appreciate you guys for this stream. I do these streams every Saturday, 5:30 Eastern. Thank you for everything. We have a cute little, you know, colorful photo or colorful picture here. I hope everybody has a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend and a wonderful everything. So hope everything goes good. Take care, Ferd. Take care, Dragon Smith. Take care, DGC. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. No problem. Catch you later, guys. And my ending screen.